Making headlines, President Muizzu decides to take steps to introduce India's UPI in the Maldives. Vice President asserts that the former government must be fully held accountable for its illegal actions. And the Drug Enforcement Department and the National Drug Agency initiates a special operation aimed at directing drug users into treatment.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to PSMNEWS in English with me, Hafiz Abdul Sattar. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Mohammad Muizzu decides to take steps to introduce India's unified payment interface UPI in the Maldives. This initiative aims to enhance the Maldivian economy by promoting financial inclusion, improving transaction efficiency, and strengthening digital infrastructure. The decision came after a thorough discussion of a proposal from the Minister of Economic Development and Trade during a cabinet meeting. To facilitate this, President Muizzu plans to establish a consortium that includes banks, telecom companies, state-owned enterprises, and fintech firms operating in the country. He appointed TradeNet Maldives Corporation Limited, a leading agency with proven expertise, as the consortium's lead agency. Additionally, an interagency coordination team will be formed comprising the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Homeland Security and Technology, and the Maldives Monetary Authority to oversee the UPI implementation. Vice President Hussain Mohammad Latif asserts that the former government must be held fully accountable for its illegal actions. He noted that the consequences of the previous administration's misuse of its supermajority to conceal illicit activities are now becoming increasingly evident. These remarks were made in response to statements from former Finance Minister Ibrahim Amir regarding recent disclosures by the current Finance Minister Musa Zamir, which revealed significant illegalities in the systematic recording of government expenditures during the last administration. Vice President Latif reiterated that the previous government should assume full responsibility for its actions. He also accused the former administration of failing to provide transparency about the aid received during the COVID-19 pandemic. Mr. Zamir disclosed that approximately $130 million was spent beyond the budget approved by Parliament during the previous administration. Following this, Attorney General Ahmad Sham announced that decisive actions will be taken after the release of the investigation report. He emphasized that while the former government expended billions, these funds were not properly accounted for in the Finance Ministry's records. The Attorney General underscored the government's commitment to addressing such significant errors in state accounting and expressed his intention to propose amendments to the law to prevent similar incidents in the future. The Ministry of Health announces a major initiative to improve healthcare through the development of a digital health system focused on modernizing the management of non-communicable diseases and enhancing patient record keeping. This new system will automatically deliver health information via SMS to patients' phones.
Currently, the Maldives lacks a centralized system for accessing individuals' health information, complicating efforts to monitor public health and maintain accurate records. This often results in repeated tests when patients switch hospitals, wasting both time and resources. The proposed digital health system will enable public and private healthcare facilities to maintain comprehensive medical records for each patient. The ministry notes that this system will facilitate online appointment scheduling and consultations, creating a complete medical history from childhood onward. To develop the National Digital Health Architecture Blueprint, The Ministry of Health has conducted workshops to gather insights from healthcare providers, policymakers, technical experts and other stakeholders. They also plan to seek public input before finalizing the blueprint. In collaboration with the World Health Organization and the Asian Development Bank, the ministry aims to foster a culture of early disease prevention, marking a significant national effort to combat chronic diseases.
The Drug Enforcement Department and the National Drug Agency (NDA) initiates a special operation aimed at directing drug users into treatment, set to continue indefinitely. Superintendent of Police Nahid Hussain announced at a press conference that the Maldives Police Service will identify individuals in need of treatment and transport them to a remand center. He noted that Section 103 of the Narcotics Act, which has never been utilized before, allows police to facilitate treatment for those in need. The operation began on October 9th, resulting in 14 individuals being taken to the remand center for treatment so far. It specifically targets street drug users, those involved in theft and robbery, and individuals are found under the influence in public places. Chairperson of the NDA, Lubna Zahir, emphasized the goal of reducing drug-related crimes in society, highlighting the drug offender remand centers established in Himafushikaf Atoll and Hulumale. She noted that operations at these centers have now fully commenced and are designed to provide effective treatment solutions. The NDA is also improving the treatment system and plans to conduct a study to assess the drug situation in the Maldives, following a request from the National Drug Council (NDC). Lubna mentioned that the NDA aims to proceed with the study and has gathered data on drug-related cases over the past 5 years through police records. Additionally, discussions are ongoing with the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime (UNODC) regarding the study's methodology. The last national drug assessment in the Maldives was conducted in 2012, and officials acknowledge that drug issues have become prevalent across the country. It is estimated that there are about 7,500 drug users in the Maldives. Ministry of Transport and Civil Aviation grants the authority to issue driving license to 10 centres. The ministry stated that this addition intends to alleviate the challenges faced by residents in the islands in obtaining their licenses.
Transport Ministry stated that it had conducted specialized training programs to increase the skills and competencies of the staff working at these 10 authorized centers. Additionally, ongoing efforts are in place to monitor these centers to ensure compliance with regulations during license issuing and to improve the quality of services offered. Speaking to PSMNEWS, the ministry disclosed that a total of 39 centers are now authorized to issue licenses, which includes the 10 newly permitted centers. It further clarified that additional centers may be granted authority upon request, provided they meet the established regulations. Moreover, the ministry noted that the initiatives aimed at improving the license issuance system are designed to enhance road safety and build public trust in the system. It expressed optimism in the new measures taken, stating that it would not only enhance the system but also facilitate a more convenient process for residents.
The Zakat House of Maldives formalizes an agreement with INSIF University of Malaysia for technical assistance, staff training and promote the Islamic economy. The agreement was signed by Izzuddin Adnan, Director General of the Zakat House, and Professor Dr. Aishat Muniza from INSIF during a delegation visit to Malaysia following an invitation from Malaysian Minister of Islamic Affairs, Professor Dr. Muhammad Naim Muhtar. Recognized for its robust zakat system, Malaysia's Islamic Affairs Authority has endorsed the establishment of the dedicated zakat agency in the Maldives, addition supported by President Dr. Muhammad Muiz. The visiting delegation also received training at various zakat houses in Malaysia. Inaugurated on December 18, 2023, the Zakat House aims to strengthen the zakat system in the Maldives and enhance the Zakat fund to ensure effective distribution of benefits. Current efforts include digitalizing services for improved accessibility and ongoing discussions with international partners to establish the Zakat House of the Maldives as an internationally recognized institution. The Male Water and Sewage Company (MWSC) enters into an agreement with the Environmental Protection Agency (EPA) to support the Ras Fari Reef Restoration Project. The agreement was signed by Managing Director of MWSC, Abdul Mateen Muhammad, and Director General of EPA, Ibrahim Naeem. It aims to provide technical assistance for the restoration of coral reefs in Ras Fari area. Key initiatives include equipping the RV environmental vessel with a water treatment plant and survey equipment, as well as establishing water supply and transportation arrangements as part of the company's corporate social responsibility efforts. Ras Fari is a popular diving spot for tourists due to its natural beauty and was declared a protected area in 1995. It also plays a vital role in the ecological health of the Male Atoll. Unfortunately, in August 2021, a barge collision resulted in significant damage, impacting over 2,800 acres of the reef. This agreement represents a crucial step in advancing government initiatives to protect Maldives' marine environment. Champa Muhammad Musa and Champa Hussein Afif awarded the Face of South Asia Award at the South Asian Travel Awards SATA for their significant contributions to the tourism sector. SATA Vice President Suraj Han highlighted the transformative changes in the tourism industry since its inception in the Maldives in the early 1970s, emphasizing the critical role played by Musa and Afif during this evolution. He recalled the numerous challenges faced at the beginning, including limited resources and difficulties in transportation and infrastructure. Han praised the Champa brothers for building a robust company that has expanded its reach both nationally and internationally. Their portfolio encompasses not only tourism and hospitality, but also agriculture, fisheries, real estate, water production, and financial services. Managing Director of Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation (MMPRC), Ibrahim Shuri emphasized the significance of the Champa brothers' contributions to launching tourism in the Maldives, stating that their pioneering work nearly 50 years ago serves as a valuable lesson. He underscored that the benefits enjoyed in the current tourism sector are a direct result of their efforts. The SATA Awards, one of South Asia's most prestigious tourism accolades, recognized the Champa brothers alongside 3 other recipients, 2 from Nepal and 1 from Bangladesh, at the 2024 ceremony held in Kathmandu. This year marked the 8th edition of the SATA Awards, during which the Maldives received 16 gold and 14 silver awards across various categories. Managing Director of the Business Center Corporation (BCC), Ibrahim Ziao, emphasizes the significant interest in the Creative Economy Fund, emphasizing the urgent need for financial support in the art sector.
This initiative supports the goal of fostering a creative economy and encourages greater participation of young people in the arts. Currently open for applications, the response has been overwhelmingly positive. Zia noted that due to high demand, applications for filmmakers have been temporarily paused, and there has been a significant increase in applications for music production, arts and crafts, and digital content creation. The Creative Economy Fund aims to support projects in various creative fields, offering financial assistance ranging from $3,200 to $19,000 based on specific guidelines.
Striking machinists at Boeing will vote Wednesday on a new contract proposal that includes a 35% pay hike over 4 years that could end a costly 5-week-old strike.
Around 33,000 of Boeing's unionized West Coast workers, most in Washington state, have been on strike since September 13th. The work stoppage has halted production of the plane maker's best-selling 737 MAX and its 767 and 777 wide-bodies, putting added pressure on the company's already fragile finances. International Association of Mechanists and Aerospace Workers Local 751 said that the latest offer includes a $7,000 ratification bonus, reinstated incentive plan and enhanced contributions to workers' 401k retirement plans, including a one-time $5,000 contribution plus up to 12% in employer contributions. Boeing said Saturday it looks forward to employees voting on the negotiated proposal. Still, there is no guarantee workers will approve the offer after they overwhelmingly rejected an initial proposal. Earlier in the week, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce pleaded on social media for the two sides to reach an agreement that would put an end to the stoppage, which is rippling through the industry, leading Boeing suppliers like Spirit AeroSystems to announce furloughs. Boeing on October 8 withdrew its enhanced offer that include a 30% wage increase over 4 years after talks also attended by federal mediators broke down. The union has been seeking a 40% hike and restoration of a defined benefit pension, which was not offered in the new contract proposal. Two senior union officials in Seattle told Reuters they believed the members would vote in favor of the deal, although they expected a backlash from older workers who were demanding a defined benefit pension be reinstated by Boeing. In September, nearly 95% of the West Coast workers rejected a tentative agreement offering a 25% pay rise over 4 years that had been endorsed by union officials, prompting the strike. The first tentative deal also had a $3,000 sign-in bonus, which some Boeing workers told Reuters was too low, given that prior deals had bonuses of at least $5,000.
Indonesia's Prabowo Subianto on Sunday took over as president of the world's third largest democracy, wanting to combat internal issues such as corruption that plague the country and to make it more self-sufficient.
The 73-year-old has undergone a remarkable transformation from being a former military commander facing unproven allegations of rights abuses to sweeping the polls and now leading the country of 280 million people. Wearing a traditional black hat and a navy suit with a woven maroon and gold sarong, Prabowo officially became Indonesia's 8th president on Sunday morning after he was sworn in during a ceremony at Indonesia's parliament. Prabowo, who unsuccessfully ran for the presidency twice before, said in a fiery speech to lawmakers he would be president for all Indonesians and challenged the nation to help him face down the country's problems. In a wide-ranging speech lasting about an hour, Prabowo said self-sufficiency for food was possible within 5 years, while also pledging to become self-sufficient in energy. The new president vowed to eradicate corruption and said that while he wanted to live in a democracy, it must be polite. Prabowo won the February 14th contest with nearly 60% of the vote and has spent the past 9 months building a formidable parliamentary coalition. He was joined in the swearing-in ceremony by his running mate Gibran Rakabuming Raka, 37, the eldest son of the outgoing president Jokowi Widodo. After his speech, Prabowo wore a baseball cap and waved through a car sunroof as he made his way to the presidential palace, passing thousands of flag-waving supporters thronging Jakarta street in a festival-like atmosphere. Flower boards outside the palace either congratulated Prabowo and Gibran or thanked Jokowi for his decade of service. Jokowi supporters are also attending the celebrations to bid farewell to Indonesia's outgoing leader. Jokowi has left an indelible mark on the nation of 280 million, presiding over a period of strong economic growth and massive infrastructure development. Indonesian police and military have put in place strict security measures, deploying at least 100,000 personnel across the city, including snipers and anti-raid units. China sent Vice President Han Zheng to the inauguration, while the delegation from the United States is being led by U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Linda Thomas Greenfield. Prabowo also touched on foreign policy during his speech, saying Indonesia was non-aligned on the global stage, but that he stood in support of the Palestinian people and said Jakarta was ready to send more aid to Gaza.
Naomi Osaka's season appears to be over after she said she will not play at next month's Billie Jean King Cup finals because of injury.
The four-time Grand Slam singles champion said in Tokyo on Sunday that she had ruptured abdominal muscles. Japan's Kyodo News Agency reported the 27-year-old as saying that she did an MRI in Beijing and was told she bulged a disc in her back and also ruptured abdominal muscles. Osaka has been sidelined since she retired from her last 16 match at the China Open against eventual champion Coco Gauff at the start of the month. She pulled out of the Japan Open in Osaka and this week's Pan-Pacific Open in Tokyo. The Billie Jean King Cup finals would have been the final event on her 2024 schedule. She noted that making the decision to not play was the toughest decision she had to make, as she had played so many tournaments this year. The Billie Jean King Cup finals take place in Malaga, Spain, from November 13th to 20th. Osaka helped Japan beat Kazakhstan in April to qualify for the finals in her first Billie Jean King Cup appearance since 2020. Her appearance at the China Open was her first tournament under Patrick, the Frenchman best known for being the long-time former coach of Serena Williams. She has struggled for consistency since returning to tennis in January after the birth of her daughter Shai in July 2023. Her best results since becoming a parent have been 2 quarter-final appearances.
Scientists in Colombia say that they have developed a supplement to protect bees from pesticides in Colombia.
Scientists in Colombia say they have developed a novel food supplement that protects bees' brains from pesticides, keeping the insects safe from neurological damage caused by agricultural chemicals. Bees as pollinators are considered essential for the preservation of natural ecosystems and food production. The plant-based supplement developed at Colombia's private Rosario University in Bogota, in partnership with the Department of Neuroscience at the University of Arizona and Colombian Universidad Javeriana, allows bees to cope with neurotoxins commonly used in agriculture and avoid having their motor system and memory harmed by the chemicals. Andre Riveros, associate professor at Rosario University, said the innovation is a nutritional solution to the problem bees face when exposed to pesticide, as the food induces them to develop a protection against pesticides. The formula is created with flavonoids, plant-derived secondary metabolites, known for their health benefits. Sedated and then confined to small laboratory tubes, bees were fed one by scientists during initial development of the supplement. Juan Jose Ovel, a natural science student at the university, explained that testing has now moved to real-world scenarios in a university apiary. Ovel explained that they already know that there are molecules that improve the bees' health and that which prevent neuronal damage caused by pesticides, adding it was important to continue the work to boost the effectiveness of these methods in supporting bees.
And that's all we have for this hour. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a very pleasant day ahead.
එගාර නොවම්බර් නවාස්තක නොවදිහ හතරකුම් ෆෙසිගෙන් මෙදුකැඩු වෙන්නැති.
ඒ අඩු එහරි ඉරත් ප්‍රපියාගුන් නීගනත
රාජ්‍යයක පතුරුවල් කමියනි